Hello, what's up? This is the Exalt, and I'm bringing you my current setup video. This is not a build video. I do not claim this build. Someone else has probably ran this and has had better results than what I'm doing. So yeah, got that disclaimer out of the way. Don't want any problems with that. So let's get right into what I'm running and what I've been running for the past patch, the one Tamriel patch, and currently into the Homestead patch. Let's just go ahead and start off with the stat sheet. I'm currently outside of Cyrodiil, obviously, but most of the campaigns have imp buff, so either way I will not get an accurate representation of your health, or my health, but I'm currently sitting at 25.2k health in Cyrodiil, 45.2k max stam, 1000 recovery, and 2444 crit resistance. Fully buffed, 3,381 weapon damage. I have 64 points in stamina. I am a werewolf. We will get into that in a second. I'm running the Serpent Thunderstone, and I'm using Bistat max health, max stam food. This is the food. There's many different variations. Just look for blue max health, max stam, champion point 150. I am an Imperial. I'll get into the reasonings why later. But onto skills now. Executioner, take this morph over reverse slice. It's better to spam this twice to get 2 for sure kills rather than try to AoE everyone down unless you're running in a group. Rally, self-explanatory. Major brutality, burst heal, and it's a heal over time. Crit rush, take it. You cannot spam that move. Dizzying swing over someone that actually knows what they're doing, so you have to rely on your dots. Heavy attacks and crit rush, so take the one that does more damage, not stampede. Main spammable DPS. Flex spot, I'm currently running Venomous Claw. You can either run Noxious Breath, but do not spam this move. The major fracture that is applied to your enemies does not last very long, so yeah, only use this whenever you're kiting around a tree or rock and you have multiple people chasing after you. Hit this on them and then take flight immediately after. If that does not suit you, Evil Hunter, fighter skilled skill tree. Gives you passive 3% extra weapon damage since you're not running Dawnbreaker, and it gives you major savagery, increasing your crit, which helps with vigor heals when you swap back over to your 2H bar and start using Wrecking Blow because you're leaving yourself wide open. Also, this helps in a lot of outnumbered situations, pulling a lot of problem Nightblades that you need to kill instantaneously before they incap you. And then ultimate, take flight, don't question it, use it. Poison injection on the back bar. Main move, you'll see why I will not ever take that off in a second. Vigor, main heal. Hardened armor, take this. You're an Imperial, you have 25.2k health. This gives you health based on, or a shield based on your max health, and it gives you 12% healing received, which is basically 12% into quick recovery in the champion point tree. Take it. Igneous shields, magic dump, transforms your magic into stamina the more you click this button, and it gives you major mending and procs your Earthen Heart abilities, giving you passive 5% weapon damage as soon as you activate it. Shuffle, can't take that off. Corrosive. This is a flex spot. I've been trying this out again, but this is too obvious. If you use this skill, you're in a very bad situation. You're probably not going to live it, so I really don't like running this. I usually use Werewolf. The reason being is the extra 100 plus recovery. Not much difference, but a little bit goes a long way, so I'd really advise taking that on your back bar. If you don't like that, you can go back to Corrosive or even Shooting Star for more ultimate, and plus it gives you more max magic on the back bar for more igneous shields and also magic recovery. Okay, on to the gear. VMA Great Sword, Sharpen. Best in slot, if you will. If you do not have that, Nerntallen Messlem Small works just as good if you can get your hands on that. It's only 200 point difference when you hit them. On the tooltip, it's more than 200 points, but when you actually wrecking blow them, it's only 200. If you do not have that either, go find a group and farm up a Master's Greatsword Sharpen. It's a lot easier. If you don't have that, just any gold Sharpen 2H will work. But you really want this because the dot. The dot is very important. Helps keep constant pressure since your main form of DPS is very slow and clunky. Back bar, Master's Bow. Traits you are wanting to aim for in this from worst to best is Sharpen, Precise, Infused, Powered, Defending. I got Infused. It gives me more passive weapon damage when I actually hit you with Poison Injection ability or Poison Arrow ability, and it gives me more max stam on the back bar. Currently on the back bar I'm sitting at 47k. That means when I cast Igneous Shield, thanks to Helping Hands, that's 5% of my maximum stamina restored. That is 3k, every bit of 3k max stam back. Very useful. So yeah, best in slot in my opinion. If you do not have that, you need Defending Bow would work. Preferably Maelstrom's Bow. I do not currently have that on me, but Maelstrom's Bow because the passive weapon damage increasing your heals. Blood Spawn, do not take this off. Best stamina monster set in the game. Grants you passive stamina recovery and it gives you ultimate and makes you more tanky. This is a heavy piece, so yes, I'm running 511. Next up, the main set of this build is Hulking Jogger. Nothing but max stam, nice and simple. I'll get into the reasons why in a second. Light armor, blood spawn shoulder, and I'm running 130. This plays to your passives as a Dragonite. You are at the tank class, so having one sturdy piece instead of 7 MPN, which I have tried, it's a great difference. Being able to hold block after you get end-capped or CC'd with a hard-hitting ultimate or just ability. Holding block, allowing you to cast your rally, vigor, igneous shield, or whatever. It takes a lot of pressure off of you, reduce damage, go with it. If you don't believe me, here's the passive. Go with it, dude. Trust me. And the next, I'm wearing 3-piece agility, all weapon damage. Obviously, if you do not have max CP with this build, going with 1 recovery, actually I'll do 1 reduced cost, would be very needed. This is a very CP reliant build, so watch out for that. But the reason why I'm using Hulking Jogger over any other stamina set, because I am a very big advocate of Eternal Hunt, but currently in this patch with the amount of damage that everyone is putting out and the way that group play is working right now, you cannot heal through it. You need a lot of max heals, which obviously the amount of maximum stamina you have jacks up your heals. So Hulking Jogger puts you almost on heavy armor levels, despite the fact you're not as tanky. But the real reason why is this. Battle Roar gives you back stam for each point of your ultimate cost. When I cast Take Flight, I get back 9,000 stamina because of this set. I'm sustaining perfectly fine with 1,000 recovery. I'm not a red guard. So, yeah. If you was a red guard, I would say probably drop down to the tower or the warrior. But that brings up the next question. Next big thing is the race. I'm leaning towards Imperial, obviously, because the max health, the more max stats you have on a DK, the better off you are. You're tankier because of your max health. You can trade more magic to stam. With more max magic and the more max stam you have, better sustain, more damage, more healing. You are the tank class. Play to your passives. If I was going to have to pick races, as I said before, Imperial, number 1, Red Guard for number 2, because that would allow you to free up some extra leeway by switching the Serpent for the Warrior, Thief, or Tower, just overall increasing your damage. And then finally, last but not least, Orc. Just gives you max health, more damage than Red Guard and Imperial, and more healing. but the only problem is it's only giving you 6% max damage instead of the 10%, which is a big hit to your resource management. And then last but not least, let's get into champion points. 100 in the Warlord, 13 Magician, 87 Time Blend. If you have a better setup than this, let me know in the comment section. This is just what I'm running, because if you put 13 points into Mooncalf, it is utterly useless. You don't have any recovery. 30 Blessed, 70 Precise, 100 Mighty, 40 Crit Resistance, 80 Hardy, 40 Elemental Defender. You can trade this up since there's been a huge influx of magic characters in Cyrodiil at the moment. Do whatever you think is comfortable. I like this. And 40 Quick Recovery. More heals. You're the tank. You need a lot of heals because you do not have the capability of getting away, so you have to face tank a lot of things. Pots you need to use. Tripot. This is probably the best way to go around this build. If you do not have this and you want something else, immovability pots. Do not use these in duels, but I advocate this in open world. Unless you get off more wrecking blows, just stay more aggressive. And that pretty much sums it up, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section. If I skipped over anything, let me know. And by the way, later on this week, if not probably the start of next week, I will be uploading another video. It'll be more or less of a clip clear out. And just a channel update, just kind of let you know what to expect from me and how this works, because it's been a while since I last uploaded something. And yeah, this has been the Exalt, and I'm out. Peace.